One of my personal interests and hobbies involves learning about the world's wisdom traditions. That may make me nerdy, but that's okay. My hope is that it also helps me live my life more aligned with the wisdom gleaned from these ancient traditions. A favorite aha moment of mine that arose through my reading about these traditions is that regardless of the accelerating rate at which science is bringing new and important discoveries into the world that are changing our lives, human beings the world over continue to struggle with the same difficulties, setbacks, stressors, disappointments, and tragedies. Science can't ultimately protect us from life. Life is inescapably filled with never-ending challenges. And that is both the bad news and the good news. The bad news is bad because those life challenges hurt. They cause pain. We sustain losses. Our dreams can fracture. Illnesses may arise. And eventually, death itself comes calling. There is no escaping those timeless truths about life. So, where is the good news? The good news is to be found in the way that our encounters with the darker forces of life have the potential to ennoble us. They can inspire us, motivate us, challenge us to grow and discover, to love more deeply and transparently, to embrace our human vulnerabilities and inevitable frailties, and to live lives with a combination of integrity, authenticity, meaning, and focused purpose. I'm not talking here about having to win Nobel Prizes. Far from it. I am talking about the day-to-day and even moment-to-moment opportunities we have to enrich our lives, reduce our stress levels, and to mine the joys that can be wrung from the common everyday encounters that define our short journey along the short handful of decades that define our lives. IBS is a condition that arises from the intersection of these various aspects of our lives. IBS is a condition involving the physical body, the foods we take into our body, and the microscopic world within our body that sustains our lives when we cultivate a healthy microbiome. But it also involves the world of our lifestyle, which includes our relationships, attitudes, and mindset, the pacing with which we live our lives, and our relationship to and memories of what has occurred to us during our personal past history, as well as how we relate to our as yet unlived future. From this perspective, IBS is a condition best treated by combining what modern science has to offer with the wisdom gleaned from the world's great and enduring wisdom traditions and practices. In this session's guided practice, I draw upon these traditions to present you with 5 practices I encourage you to gradually sew into the fabric of your days. My experience, both personally and clinically, meaning my 30 years of work with clients that I have treated, tells me that not only are these practices beneficial in controlling and managing IBS, they can also make a profound difference in the level of dynamism and vitality with which you live your life. As always, begin by seeking a place of quiet and comfort where you can sit free of distractions for the next 30 minutes. As you get comfortable, begin to direct your attention to your breath. Notice the way the air flowing into your nose or mouth on the in-breath is cooler than the air you release with each exhale. Your body has warmed that air before returning it to the atmosphere within which you are sitting. Notice the way your shoulders rise and fall with each breath cycle, and how your chest expands and then relaxes with the steady rhythm of your body's breathing in and out. Continue breathing in and out, gradually allowing your breath to slow and deepen. The same heat that warmed your breath is in your core. Allow a feeling of comfort and calm to gradually radiate out from that core, which sits in the center of your body, at the core of your very self. That core can now generate a wave of soothing, relaxing warmth that radiates out through your tissues, easing and releasing tension that you are carrying. As that wave of comfort spreads, your mind and heart can open wider. Listen to each suggestion. Sit with each one. Take it in. Absorb it. And allow yourself to begin to wonder what it would be like to live your day in a way that expresses each suggestion. One, take your time. We are often in such a rush. We feel we have so much we have to do. Too often we equate what we get done with our sense of having accomplished worthwhile things. Sometimes we go even further and believe that our very self-worth is defined by what we get done. This attitude creates tremendous distress because each day becomes a virtual trial where some imaginary jury will deliver the verdict as to whether or not we measure up. Taking the time to walk more slowly, to choose your words more carefully, to reflect on your thoughts before speaking them more deliberately, and to express yourself more kindly can make a major difference in your sense of worth and the activity of your IBS pattern. Two, practice benevolence. To act with benevolence is to act in a kind-hearted, caring, and philanthropic manner. I have found it helpful to challenge myself in how I act by measuring my intentions, my behavior, and my words against three standards. Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? Aligning my words and actions with these timeless standards helps keep all of us grounded, calm, and less reactive. And that helps our gut and helps keep stress levels in check. 3. Express altruism. We live in a capitalistic culture. It is a transactional culture. It says, I do this for you in exchange for you doing this for me. Exploring an altruistic mindset and the actions to which it leads can involve doing something unexpected toward another person that is completely independent of that person having done something to earn our response. You might unexpectedly hold the door for a stranger. You may surprisingly engage your restaurant server, or the cashier, or the bank teller, or the sales clerk in a brief conversation about them and their day, and show interest in their response. Random acts of altruistic kindness that bring joy or lift up someone else's day are actually major stress relievers for you. But doing them just because actually compounds the stress-relieving benefit by taking you beyond the world of transactional connections, where we interact with others primarily in direct proportion to what we do or don't receive. Four, practice trustworthiness. Can you be counted on to follow through with your commitments? Do you do what you say you'll do? Do you overcommit and then cultivate guilt at having fallen short, and then responded by doubling down and making even more commitments? Or do you shy away from making any commitments at all out of a desire to avoid letting others down with commitments you can't seem to keep? Either way, the stress impact is huge. Just ask your IBS pattern. By being more selective with your commitments, you balance your availability with others' needs. This practice can also lead you to reassess what you currently invest your time and energy into, and can lead you to make decisions that align your choices more clearly with your values and with what truly matters to you in your life. And that is a great stress manager and IBS reliever. 5. Express passionate moderation. This phrase is attributed to Joseph Telushkin in his book about an ancient sage who famously posed two timeless questions for us all. If I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am only for myself, what am I? These questions represent the two poles of our daily existence. Practice living in a way that clearly shows that you care about your own welfare. Engage in good and consistent self-care. Why should any of us expect anyone else to care about us if we show so little self-concern and self-regard? On the other hand, you are not the center of the universe, and neither am I. We are here for a reason, and expressing our main purpose is our central mission. Moreover, this mission often involves, in one small way or another, making the world better for others than the condition it was in when we found it. So, practice living your days between these poles, your body, your IBS, and your core being will be the better for it.